Hello guys and welcome back to another video. As you saw on the title, yes, we are doing another 2025 Peugeot setup, but this time is for my mom. She wanted a planner for the new year and I thought, why not making her one as I do for myself? So I'm going to use this notebook from Notebook Therapy in their original size that's a little bit smaller than an A5. And the inspiration for this theme was the cover of the journal, pink and with a bird, so I'm going for kind of a floral nature theme. First, we have to start with the name page. Her name is Paula, and also the setups of the journal are going to be written in Portuguese, the titles and so forth, because my mom doesn't know English, but I'll still translate to you. So I did her name in my normal calligraphy, and I know some people don't like to start their notebook with the name page because it's the first page that you see when you open it, so they don't want to mess it up. But I kind of enjoy writing the name as soon as I start the journal. I don't have that fear of messing up, because if I don't like it, I can just put a paper on top and writing again. Plus, mistakes are common, so it makes it more personal. That first awkward spread that doesn't lay flat because of the binding, I just glue the pages and ignore it. So the first actual spread that we are doing is the cover spread. So as I like to do with my other journals, I did a collage with some papers, stickers and washi tips. The main focus of the cover is going to be this window sticker. It's matte, so it doesn't have that reflection as usual PET has. I got this from a pack from Journal Say. I actually have a video of the unboxing of this pack, so you can check it out. I'll try to link everything that I can on the description, but if I can't, just ask me in the comments. One of the things that will make this theme consistent is these floral stickers from this sticker book, also from Journal Say. I really like the sticker books because they are so versatile, and if you don't have a theme in mind, you can use some of the stickers and it will make your setup look cute. I had to make space for the actual title that's going to be 2025, of course, so I used some baking paper and wrote 2025 in this classic serif font, and then just ripped the paper to the size I wanted. I glued the paper with my glue pen instead of the glue stick, and then I made a word of the year for my mom, which is mudança. That's change in English, because 2025 is going to be a year of change for sure. We are making renovations to the house. Me and my mom are going to the gym together, just making changes on all aspects of our lives, and I thought it was the perfect word to start the year. The cover page doesn't require much planning. It's basically selecting some stationery and see how to combine them together in a way that looks good. And then it's just adding a few more details and glue it all to the paper. So with this done, we can move on to the future log that I gave the same title on the spread. I didn't translate to Portuguese this one, but I explained to my mom how it works. I mean, I explained all of the spreads to her because it's all new, and even though she sees me doing that, she doesn't know how to work with the spreads, so I made them the easier way possible. To start, I am cutting the pages with my cutting board and X-Acto knife to make some Dutch doors, more like booklets. I don't really know how to describe this, so you can see what I mean. I have to cut 2 pages to make the middle part have 3 parts. The first is going to be the months January through April, the second is for May through August, and the last one is for September through December. I also cut some tabs to make it easier to flip through them. So basically the year is divided in thirds. This is a simple yet cute way to make the future log. Instead of making it all on the same page, it has space for functionality, but also for decoration. After the title, it's time to start the tedious part, that's writing each tiny calendar for each month. I wrote each of them and the days of the week in Portuguese, so I'll put the translations on the screen. Then I colored the tabs with the pink marker and colored every second line of the space below the calendars, and that's where it's going to be the events of each month. I also used a more subtle pink to differentiate the weekends from the other days. I did the rest of the months off camera. It's copy-paste basically, so now we can decorate. And this spread is going to be very simple. I'm using these long strips of flowers to put on each side of this spread. They are also from the same sticker book, and then on the empty parts, like the right side of the word log, I'm using washi tape as a background and putting a butterfly on top. Just simple decorations that can complete this spread. The next page I'm doing is an idea that I took from Jashii here on YouTube. She makes all these videos with ideas of layouts and bullet journal contents, and this one is going to be very helpful for my mom. I'll link Jashii's channel on the description. She calls this the When Did I Last spread, I think. It's basically a list where you can put tasks that you only do once a month or every 2 months or maybe even once a year. Maybe something to do with organizing drawers or something to do with your car. It can be anything, and it's very useful because when you do these things only sometimes, you can forget pretty easily when did you last did that thing. So here my mom can put a list, and when she does the tasks, she can mark the month that it was completed. So when she goes to check again, she knows how much time it passed since she did that task. The page on the right is for projects. Since we are making renovations on the house, it's good to have a space for future projects that maybe we can DIY, like renovating a piece of furniture or making a piece of decoration for a particular space. Literally anything that you can do on your own, or maybe talk to your contractors and see if they can do your project. If it's something you can do on your own, or you don't know how, or you don't have the machines. So here is a space for all of that, and from left to right on the table, the exclamation point is for the priority of the project. Then the money, so if it requires some amount of money and you already have it, you can cross this space as well. Then the name of the project and the date that it's completed. This next page is a fun one, at least for me, because I love to save money for different goals. So here is the savings page. It's really simple to set up since it consists on making little squares. It was so much easier with the stencil, and in each square my mom can write the amount that she wants. For example, if she would want to save, let's say, 2000 euros or dollars, she could divide that for each square, and when she saves the amount of one square, she can color in, and continue to the next square, and so on and so forth, until she reaches the goal. Of course, the amount is up to her, so I'll leave all the squares blank. Since we are doing a savings page, it's logical to do an expenses page as well, but here is only for the monthly expenses. I made this page to make it easier for my mom to track all the bills that she has. For example, the phone bill, internet, water, lights, any bill that we have to pay monthly, so she can see how much she's spending on all of that, and now she can remember all the bills and doesn't forget any of them. Also, I made a space for the date, so she can see in which day they take the money from her accounts. I don't know if it's like that on other countries, but here in Portugal you can pay your bills automatically, so on a specific day of the month they take the money from your account and you don't have to worry about forgetting to pay. The next spread is for the future me problems, also an idea from Jashii, and the goals page. So starting on the left, the future me problems, or the name I gave in Portuguese, a resolver no futuro. This is a space for everything that you want to do, but it's not a priority at the moment, so you can solve it in the future. For example, you really want to change the organization of your wardrobe, but it can wait, so you're going to write that in here. Or maybe your bedside table has a crooked door, but it's not that bad, so you can live with that for now, so you're going to put that in here as well. The goals page is pretty self-explanatory. I made 3 sections for personal, health, and finances goals for my mom to write. So plenty of space for that, and in the bottom, space for some decorations. Okay, so now is the wish and gift list. So on the left page I made a space for my mom's wish list. So anything that she might want, she can write it here. And also when her birthday and Christmas arrives, I can take a peek at what she wrote here so I can give it to her. She actually makes 48 years old next week on the 18th of December. And now on the right page, it's the opposite. It's the gift list, so she can write ideas to give on the birthdays of family members and anyone that she wants to give something. I also made a similar spread in my 2025 Bujo setup. It's already live, so you can go watch it after this one if you want some more ideas to set up your new bullet journal. This spread is for memory keeping. In my bullet journal, I made a spread like this, but for my Polaroids. In my mom's bujo, I'm making a space for her to write the main events of each month. So instead of gluing a Polaroid to the journal, she's going to write. I used a washi tape to make the circles because the stencil circle that I have wasn't big enough for the size that I wanted, and I just made 12 circles for each month and the title on the middle, Memórias Mensais, or in English, Monthly Memories. Now I'm making some health related spreads. Since we are going to the gym again, because I already went there, but I had to leave because of the whole moving situation. But now it's time to go back, and I decided to make a gym schedule in my mom's dojo so she can check which day we want to go, since every day there's a different class, one for HIIT, one for cycle, one for dance training, all of that, so she can decide which one to go that week. And on the other page, I made a table to see the progress. Each line is for a month, and the first column is for the weight, and the second is for volume. Now she can see and track her progress throughout the whole year, and on the bottom, there's of course a space for the goal and a little corner for some decoration. I forgot to write weight, volume, and the months on the table, so I'm going to do that before the final flip through, don't worry. But now, moving on to the next spread, we are doing a fun page. Not really functional, just for fun. And it is 26 before 2026. This consists on a list of 26 things that my mom wants to do throughout 2025 before the year ends. So, of course, before 2026. It can be anything really. It can be experiences like going on a boat ride, see the Christmas lights on a particular city, go to a new park, trying a new recipe, cultivate a new vegetable in our land, anything that she wants to try to do. And for the other page is a brain dump. I decided to give her some empty space for anything that she might want to add to the spreads, or even some quick notes about something. So here is a space for all of that. We reached the final spread of this setup, and this one is not going to be functional and neither for fun. It's just a quote page, or spread, I guess. My mom loves inspirational quotes, so for the final spread, I really wanted to do a quote page. And since I didn't have anything more to add to the spreads, I decided to make another collage and combine it with the quote. So in the cover page, I made the majority of the collage on the right side and left the title on the left side. On this one, I'm making the collage in the middle and the quote is going to be separated on both sides. Starting with the focal point, I used again another one of these windows and cut it in half because it's across the binding. And if it's not cut, sometimes the notebook doesn't close really well or the stuff across the binding begins to lift from the pages. So it's better to cut all the things across the binding or at least Try to really glue it close enough so they don't lift. Then I used the same things as the cover page to keep it consistent, and that's it for the collage. The quote I went with was, in Portuguese, assim como a chuva não era o que eu queria, mas talvez fosse o que eu precisava. And now in English, just like the rain, it was not what I wanted, but maybe it was what I needed. I chose this one because, first, it's really beautiful, and second, it had to do with flowers, since, of course, the flowers need the rain to grow, and it stays on theme. It's time for the final flip through. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give a like and subscribe, it helps me a lot. If you want some stationery for your setups, I have a discount code for Evie. The code is in the description. And tell me if you like these ideas. I know it's not very original, but at least you have some more inspiration for the themes and what to make of your setups for the new year. I hope you guys are prepared for 2025 because 2024 flew by in the blink of an eye, and I still can't believe that it's going to be January in a few weeks. But that's life. There's still some more videos for you to see, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!